What if the ignored herb in your pantry is actually a superstar in disguise, ready to transform your well-being? Today, we are pulling back the curtain on a truly remarkable culinary remedy, as valuable in the medicine cabinet as it is in the kitchen. Sage, and I have to share a little anecdote that always makes me smile or perhaps sigh. There's an old adage that says, "Where rosemary thrives in the garden, the woman rules the house, but where sage thrives, the man rules." Well, I must admit, my rosemary absolutely thrives, bursting with vigor in my garden. But my sage, it often seems to shrivel and struggle. So, woe be to the man who loves me, indeed. But jokes aside, this experience only deepened my appreciation for this plant. Despite my occasional gardening struggles, I have personally used sage for all manner of home remedies over the years. From my famed good gargle for a bad throat, that's a true lifesaver, to gentle yet effective remedies for uncomfortable hot flashes in menopausal women, for unsettling night sweats in men, and even for nursing mothers ready to gently wean their toddlers. It's truly one of those safe, easy-to-use, and readily available remedies. Most people already have sage, either thriving in their garden or patiently waiting in their kitchen cupboard, often brought forth only for that one big meal of the year when it's used to stuff the holiday bird. How truly unfortunate that such a great herbal remedy is so often ignored. By the end of this journey, you'll not only understand why sage is a superb digestive aid and a powerful cold and flu fighter, but you'll also discover its unique ability to regulate bodily fluids and bring balance to hormonal fluctuations. Get ready to transform this forgotten kitchen staple into a true pillar of your natural health toolkit. If you're ready to unlock the overlooked power of sage and make it a daily ally for balance and well-being, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and let's bring this incredible herb back into the spotlight. Let's talk about growing sage. While I might jest about my own challenges, common garden sage, Salvia officinalis, is actually an incredibly easy-to-grow perennial, provided it has the right conditions. This particular species is hardy in zones 4 to 8, meaning it can withstand a good range of temperate climates, returning year after year. Globally, there are more than 750 species of Salvia, a truly enormous genus. Many of these varieties possess medicinal properties, but the one we'll focus on today, the common garden sage, is the most widely used and readily available for both culinary and medicinal purposes. To truly thrive, common garden sage loves full sunshine. The more sun, the happier it is. It prefers warm to hot conditions, mirroring its Mediterranean origins. And perhaps most importantly, it absolutely demands well-drained soil. This is crucial. It does not do well in wet or soggy soil, which is often where my own garden woes begin in the frequently damp climate of Vermont. It soon tires of cool, wet weather, preferring to bask in dryness and warmth. While it's a joy once established, sage can be a bit difficult to start directly from seed. You might have limited success, especially if you're new to it. For this reason, I highly recommend getting your plants from a reputable nursery, or, even better, propagating them from root cuttings or stem cuttings. Sage roots readily from cuttings, so if you have a friend with a thriving plant, ask for a few snips. As sage plants get older, they tend to become leggy and woody, with less vibrant new growth. To keep your plant productive and bushy, make sure to cut back old, woody growth in the early spring, just before new growth starts. This pruning encourages a flush of fresh, tender leaves, which are the most flavorful and medicinally potent. If your sage seems to shrivel like mine, often it's a sign of too much moisture, not enough sun, or simply an unhappy indoor environment. Providing plenty of light, excellent drainage, and being mindful of indoor humidity, it doesn't love extremely dry air, can help you avoid my rosemary murderer fate with sage. With a little attention to these preferences, your sage can become a robust and long-lived addition to your garden. Now, let's unlock the incredible medicinal uses of sage, which truly showcase its versatility and power. Sage is not just for stuffing a bird, it's a multifaceted healing ally. First, sage is a superb aid in the digestion of rich, fatty meats. Its bitter compounds and stimulating actions help the body break down and process heavier meals more efficiently, reducing discomfort and sluggishness. Beyond specific meals, it also helps lower cholesterol levels and acts as a bitter tonic for the liver, supporting this vital organ's detoxification and digestive functions. Its bitterness stimulates bile flow, which is crucial for fat digestion and liver health. Sage is also an excellent herb for rebuilding vitality and strength during long-term illness or convalescence. Its nutritive and stimulating properties help to gently restore energy and promote recovery, providing a gentle boost when the body is depleted. And for a truly comforting and invigorating drink, sage tea is a warming, bracing concoction that's wonderful on its own, or even nicer mixed with a touch of mint or rosemary and lemon balm for a tasty stress reliever. It provides a calm, scented energy. Perhaps one of sage's most unique and celebrated medicinal actions revolves around fluid regulation and hormonal balance. Sage is a mild hormonal stimulant and can be remarkably effective in promoting regular menstruation, especially in cases of sluggish or irregular cycles. Where sage truly shines and is perhaps most famously used is in offering profound relief from hot flashes and uncomfortable night sweats, whether they occur in menopausal women or in men. Sage seems to work in part by its generalized action of drying and regulating fluids in the body. This drying effect is incredibly powerful. It helps reduce excessive sweating and is often a traditional ingredient in natural deodorants for this very reason. This drying up property extends to other areas. Sage is an old-time but remarkably effective remedy for drying up mother's milk. It's so potent, in fact, that nursing mothers who are trying to maintain their milk supply are explicitly told not to eat or drink much of it, as it will substantially decrease milk flow. This same fluid-regulating action is utilized to help mitigate excessive saliva production in individuals with Parkinson's disease, offering significant relief from a challenging symptom. Beyond fluid regulation, sage is a well-known cold and flu fighter. Because of its astringent, antiseptic, and relaxing action on the mucous membranes, sage is the classic remedy for inflammation of the mouth, throat, and tonsils. It literally helps tighten and tone inflamed tissues while fighting off pathogens. This makes it one of the best remedies for laryngitis, tonsillitis, and general sore throats, particularly when used as a spray or gargle. It can also be used as a mouthwash or swab to treat infected or sore gums and canker sores, providing both antiseptic action and soothing relief. The leaf is the primary part of the sage plant used for its medicinal benefits. Its key constituents include various essential oils like camphor, thujin, and cineole, which contribute to its strong aroma and antimicrobial properties, flavonoids, antioxidants, phenolic acids, including potent rosmarinic acid, which we also found in rosemary, known for its antioxidant and anti-inflammatory effects, tannins, astringent, and bitters, aiding digestion. This complex chemical profile gives sage its wide array of powerful and specific actions. While sage is a widely used and generally safe herb, there are a few important safety factors to be aware of, especially when using it in therapeutic doses. As discussed, sage can profoundly affect the quantity of a nursing mother's milk. If used daily, for example, by drinking 1 cup or more of sage tea a day, it will decrease the flow of milk substantially. So obviously, a nursing mother should consciously avoid it unless her specific goal is to dry up her milk supply, for example, during the weaning process. This is not a side effect, but a direct and powerful therapeutic action. Another point to note is that sage does contain very small amounts of thujin. Thujin is a compound famously associated with absinthe and, in large quantities, can be toxic. However, the amount of thujin in Salvia officinalis, common garden sage, is generally very low. For this reason, David Hoffman, a highly respected herbalist and author of medical herbalism, recommends a sensible guideline: no more than 15 grams of sage leaf per dose. This is a very generous amount, far more than you'd typically use in cooking or even in most tea preparations, so for most common uses, thujin toxicity is not a concern. It simply advises against excessive, prolonged high-dose intake. Finally, like many potent herbs, sage can cause indigestion in certain sensitive individuals. If you find that sage causes stomach upset, simply reduce your dosage or avoid it. Always listen to your body and honor its unique responses. Let's translate sage's incredible properties into practical, effective, and sometimes surprisingly delicious remedies you can make at home. This is an incredibly effective gargle for a sore throat. I won't lie, it doesn't taste particularly good. It's quite potent and earthy, but it works so darn well that it's incredibly easy to get people hooked on it once they experience the relief. This is my go-to when a scratchy throat turns into a full-blown inferno. You'll need 1 tablespoon dried sage leaves for its astringent, antiseptic, and anti-inflammatory action. 1 to 2 tablespoons salt, a classic sore throat remedy helping to draw out fluid and reduce swelling. 1 teaspoon golden seal root powder, organically cultivated. A powerful antimicrobial and anti-inflammatory herb that works synergistically with sage. Again, always ensure golden seal is organically cultivated for sustainability. A pinch of cayenne powder, optional, for added warmth, circulation, and a gentle analgesic effect, but only if you can handle the heat in a gargle. 1/2 cup apple cider vinegar, preferably unpasteurized, for its antimicrobial properties and ability to balance pH to make the gargle. Pour 1/2 cup of boiling water over the dried sage leaves. Cover your mug or jar and let it steep for a good 30 to 45 minutes to ensure maximum extraction of the sage's medicinal compounds. Strain out the sage leaves. To the still warm sage tea, add the salt, golden seal powder, and cayenne if using, and stir well to dissolve everything. Finally, stir in the apple cider vinegar. To use. Gargle a teaspoon or 2 of this mix every half hour to 1 hour, especially during acute soreness. The longer you can stand to gargle, the better. Really let it swirl around the back of your throat. Do not swallow this gargle. While it won't be harmful necessarily, unless you have a sensitivity to a large amount of salt or cayenne, it surely won't taste good, and the goal is topical contact. This gargle is a true lifesaver for tonsillitis, laryngitis, and any severe sore throat. This sage spray is often tastier and more palatable than the robust gargle, which might make it more popular with your less herbally inclined friends or family members, though it may not be quite as intensely effective for a severe infection. However, for ongoing support, mild irritation, or as a convenient antiseptic mouthwash, it's fantastic. For more healing power, you can replace the brandy with 1 to 2 tablespoons of echinacea tincture. You'll need 2 to 3 tablespoons dried or fresh sage leaves, the core antiseptic and soothing herb. 1/4 cup brandy or vodka. The alcohol acts as a preservative and extracts compounds. 1 to 2 drops peppermint essential oil, for a refreshing taste and mild analgesic effect. 1 tablespoon honey, optional, for its soothing, demulcent, and sweetening properties. To make the spray, pour 1 cup of boiling water over the sage. Cover and let it steep for 30 minutes, then strain out the sage. You can actually drink a 1/4 cup of this sage tea for internal benefits if you wish. Combine the remaining 3/4 cup of sage tea with the brandy or vodka, the peppermint essential oil, and the honey if using. Stir well to combine. Pour this mixture into a bottle with a mister or spray top. Store in the refrigerator for a longer shelf life. To use, spray directly into your mouth and throat as often as needed for mild sore throats, canker sores, or as an invigorating mouthwash. Antioxidant herb sprinkle. Elevating everyday meals, this is a versatile and incredibly healthy blend that you can sprinkle on almost any favorite dish. It's an easy way to incorporate powerful antioxidants and flavors into your daily diet without much fuss. I've used it on virtually everything but desserts. You'll need dulse seaweed flakes, a fantastic source of minerals and umami flavor, dried rosemary leaves for its brain-boosting and aromatic properties, dried parsley leaves for fresh flavor, vitamins, and cleansing properties, dried sage leaves for its unique flavor, digestive, and hormonal benefits, dried thyme leaves for its antimicrobial and respiratory benefits. Toasted sesame seeds, for nutty flavor, healthy fats, and minerals. To make the herb blend, simply combine all the dried herbs and dulse flakes in equal proportions, or whatever proportions best suit your own taste preferences. Mix them thoroughly and store in an airtight jar. To use, sprinkle away. Use generously on grains, pasta, salads, eggs, steamed or roasted vegetables, or even in savory veggie drinks. If you want to add salt, consider using a coarsely ground Celtic salt, black Hawaiian salt, or pink Himalayan salt for extra minerals and flavor complexity. For an extra kick, a pinch of cayenne powder or coarsely ground black pepper will give it some delightful heat and metabolism boost. This recipe offers a unique, savory twist on traditional pesto, allowing you to enjoy the fresh, aromatic benefits of sage in a truly delicious way. You'll need 1/2 cup fresh cilantro leaves for its cleansing properties and bright, fresh flavor, 1/2 cup fresh parsley leaves, another fresh, vibrant, and nutritive herb, 1/4 to 1/2 cup fresh sage leaves. The star of this pesto, offering its unique flavor and therapeutic benefits. Adjust based on your preference for sage's intensity. 2 to 3 cloves garlic for its pungent flavor and powerful medicinal properties. 3/4 to 1 cup olive oil, the base for the pesto, a healthy fat. 1/4 to 1/2 cup sunflower seeds or walnuts, pine nuts, etc. for creaminess and healthy fats. Sunflower seeds are a great nut-free option. 1/4 cup freshly grated Parmesan, Pecorino, or Romano cheese, optional, for savory depth, though it's also delicious without cheese for a dairy-free version. Freshly ground black pepper and salt or dulse flakes. To season, to make the pesto, in a food processor, combine the fresh cilantro, parsley, sage, and garlic. Pulse until coarsely chopped. With the food processor running, slowly drizzle in the olive oil until a creamy, desired consistency is achieved. Then mix in the sunflower seeds or nuts and the cheese, if using. Season with freshly ground black pepper and salt or dulse flakes to taste. To use, serve this vibrant sage pesto on toast or crackers, toss with warm pasta or steamed grains, spoon over omelets, or use it to elevate roasted or steamed vegetables. It's a fantastic way to enjoy raw, fresh sage with all its virtues. The sage lifestyle, cultivating balance. Naturally, we've peeled back the layers of sage, unveiling its profound historical significance and its powerful, yet often overlooked, medicinal virtues. From its remarkable ability to aid digestion and balance hormones, to its potent action as a cold and flu fighter and a soothing remedy for mouth and throat irritations, sage truly lives up to its name, signifying wisdom and healing. Embracing the sage lifestyle means recognizing that genuine power often lies in simplicity and consistency. It's about leveraging this accessible herb to bring balance to your body's fluids, to support your immune system, to soothe discomforts, and to empower your digestive health. It means making intentional choices that support your well-being, utilizing the very plants that have served humanity for thousands of years. Remember, every time you reach for that jar of dried sage or admire its silvery leaves in your garden, you're tapping into a legacy of natural healing. Don't let this great herbal remedy be ignored any longer. Now, I want to hear from you. What's the most surprising medicinal use of sage you learned today? How will you incorporate more sage into your daily routine? Do you have any favorite sage recipes or home remedies to share? Drop your thoughts and wisdom in the comments below. Your contributions are incredibly valuable to our thriving community. If this deep dive into the extraordinary world of sage has empowered you with new knowledge and inspired you to make it a more prominent part of your wellness journey, please give this video a big thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel for more transformative natural health content, and tap that notification bell so you never miss out on unlocking more of nature's powerful secrets. Thank you for being part of this journey to a healthier, more balanced, and more vital life. Until next time, keep cultivating your wisdom naturally.